Hey man, welcome to another episode of the Pure Talk Podcast. I go by the name of DAT, and these are my guys.
_TL, follow for more life advice.
Introduce yourself to the world, Jay.
What's going on? I go by J.Quick. You can follow me on Instagram at I am J.Quick, and it is definitely a pleasure to be here, man. Thank y'all, bro.
Yes,
Thank y'all.
J.Quick was just giving us the rundown of that ride he had to take. Because I live in the boondocks, and he lives on the opposite side of the boondocks, and that was just a long, what's the word? What's that? Traveling. I forget what it's called. The long trip. Let's call it a trip.
Man, it felt like I was riding a horse hill or something. I ain't lying. That bit took forever.
It been one way in, one way out.
It was worth it though, dog.
Jay said that he is he told his family he was moving to the white side of town and they was hating. And I was like, yeah, I'd be proud too, man. Nobody trying to stay in the hood, man. Look, them white folks don't come outside. They are friendly. They'll give you sugar. I don't know too many people in the hood.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Now, hey, T, mine and your folks. Oh, Lord.
I don't know no white folks that's handing out sugar. Unless it has cancer in it. I know this man not by himself. He act like his white neighbors give him sugar.
Yes, they give me sugar.
They be like, nigga, what you need sugar for?
They give me mayo. They give me mayo. They give me water, pickles.
Of course they give you mayo.
Pickles. Come on now.
You like that pickle, huh?
Pickle that? Come on, pause. Come on.
I said they give you mayo and pickles.
Come on, man.
Y'all started early.
I'm just saying.
They started early, dog.
If you're gonna come on here talking about mayo and pickles, then wow.
Look, because you took it somewhere else. All I was trying to say is, yes, I want to move to the neighborhood where the white folks live.
The white folks that give you mayo and pickles.
And sugar. Don't forget the
give
sugar.
you something sweet.
Yeah, but it's the ladies giving me the pickle. Dang, I mean, she's not. That's crazy.
You were married.
No. You're right. I took it somewhere else. That was mistaken. You're right. Yeah. Hey, I apologize. J.Quick, bring it back to my boy J.Quick, man. What's going on, baby? How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's been a minute, like I was telling you, I pulled up on my dog before, man. Had recorded some records and shit. And yeah, just wanted to take that drive again, support what y'all got going on. And hey, talk about some good topics today, dog.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Oh, before, because I forgot to mention, we don't really do no cussing.
Okay, I'm not gonna cuss.
You good.
Okay.
I was like, he let. Okay, well, it was my fault as a leader. I should have said, hey, big dog, we don't really do cussing. T be letting them slip too much.
I did a monkey do. Once he said the S word, I said nigga. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought they were Chris Rock for a minute.
T.
That was my last nigga.
He was. Crazy part about it is T
He
been on the show for years now. He really have. He be like,
don't let me get in trouble because I'm looking at what you got going on.
Man, T still letting it go, man. Anyway, yeah, man. Quick intro, bro. Just like tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so once again, I go by J.Quick, man. Born and raised in Hammond. Born in Greensburg. Stayed there till like my second grade year, man. We went to Hammond, me, my mom, my stepdad. My stepdad raised me. And he's a big part and influence of really this music that I got going on. It's crazy. I always tell people like my mom, she was the one bumping like, Lil Boosie, Kevin Gates, baby, all that. But my dad, he had the Snoop, the Pac on, NWA, and All By Nature. He had the real hip hop that, captivated my sound and the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. So, and that's pretty much it, man. I was, kind of like, I guess I was a class clown in school. I don't know. But people like, man, you need to be a comedian. I'm like, no. I rap. Don't let the jokes fool you. I like to make music. Like, I'll make somebody laugh, but I want to be on that mic, man, for another reason.
So you knew you had the gift of creating music from a young age?
Man, to be honest, I really feel like, I did, like, because I'm telling my mom to get on my dad. Like, I'm like 6, 7 years old. She's like, you need to stop playing that. I'm talking about Snoop. I'm talking about the hard curse words, doggy style. Like, he didn't care. He wanted me to soak it in and be like, man, look, this is what rap is supposed to sound like. So from then, like, I wanted to rap, write rhymes and do it all.
But what's crazy? Listening to this last project.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing like doggy style.
Nah.
Look, you ain't talking about putting it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And staying focused, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why whenever he said Snoop, I was like, Snoop and Tupac, because I'm hearing more up north. I'm hearing more East Coast. I'm hearing more Jay. I'm hearing more.
No, say who you said.
No. I'm Danny T.
I'm curious.
I said Lupe Fiasco.
You did say Lupe.
That's crazy how people. Where is that coming from?
Thank you. I told him that. I said, look,
This project right here, I heard Lupe.
I appreciate the compliment though, but it's crazy because I haven't played a Lupe album in so long.
Come on.
When I did, I'm not stuck. Like I love Lupe, the cool. I love Kick Push. I love all that, but I have been hearing. I'm like, dang, maybe it's the production or something. I don't know, but
see, I'm not hearing that. See, first thing I told him, but like I'm gonna say, I said raw wave, right? But I said raw wave not based on this project, based on you, because you have 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. You drop projects every year for the past 5 years.
Yeah, I was.
So I was basing it off of that.
The old stuff.
To T's point, this project isn't really. You're not really singing as much. Because in the other projects, that's when I first got introduced to you. I was like, oh, he's saying because you always be telling me, yo, you always tell me like that I sing, and I'll be like, nah, nigga, I mean you sing. So that's where I get the raw wave.
Yeah.
So, but this project, I'm hearing East Coast because of the instrumentals, which I told you do a really good job at picking instrumentals that allow you to create and speak and not focus too much on the beat
and more on what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You know what's crazy? You right. At first, I kind of was on to me, I was looking at it as like pain music with the singing and the melodies and stuff.
Yes.
Because nowadays, like the young generation, man, you try to put on like the real hip hop stuff. They're like, oh, young man, you old. We ain't trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, now like this time, I wanted to make a project that was from the heart, and I actually appreciate how you noticed like I wasn't singing as much and stuff like that. Even my wife said it like this her favorite one because she like, baby, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting tired. I don't want to hear you rap. Like she be keeping it real. Like I want to hear you rap.
Yeah.
So and this what this was like the whole project. Like just man, look, I want some hip hop beats. I want some flavor. I just want to spit and I just want to tell my story. And I even with my dad, like he loved my music, but like he was like, son, look, I want you to what I had you on. You feel me? Like because. You know how the old heads is. They feel like this new generation of music.
They
don't want to mess with it.
After 1995, they like it's trash.
It's trash.
It's trash. Like that too.
Yeah, they think they do things. They think like that for sure.
What is a vert? Like,
thank you. These dudes different. Playboy Cardi, he don't be saying nothing in these songs. And they be like, I love Playboy Cardi. Come on, bro. But respect to the point. Everybody generation got they. But yeah.
And it's opinion based no matter what. Like whoever your greatest is, it's never gonna be somebody else's greatest. You know.
Yeah.
I have arguments all the time. To me, Pac would always be number one. To me, I got people like Biggie will kill Pac, Nas will kill Pac. They was rapping more, but I look at more than just the music, like the impact, like
over Pac, but
like Pac. I feel you though, but like I say, I look at when you label something as a GOAT, you got to look at the impact, what they had behind it.
Right.
Pac was in movies, like I mean the fashion sense, all of them, like the clothing lines he collabed.
He touched every part of life.
He did everything at a very, very young age. Like I said, Big, he couldn't even see the success of his second album. Cause he was gone, so it's like, and that's what it be about. But like that's another topic for another day.
But that correlates to why you end up doing how you end up doing, or why you pick Tupac to be your greatest.
So, but what made because I didn't hear the previous projects, I just heard this project. But what made you? I'm not gonna say what made you, but how did you say, okay, I listened to the Doggy Style album, the Chronic, and all that, and all right, on the previous albums, I'm gonna sing. You know what made you do that?
Really, at that time, man, like I'm gonna be real, more of a mind thing. Me feeling like nobody is gonna want to hear like me doing this storytelling and me getting on these type of beats. Cause at the time, I'm in Hammond, and that music base is like it's all about we gonna slide on them, but like, that's what they want to hear.
Drill.
So I'm trying to the drill sound. So I'm trying to
emulate that for them. But not for me. Let me do something that's gonna probably catch some people attention, get them drawn in, and now we finna hit them with the real sound. But from here on out, it's straight hip hop. At this point, I could care less, take it or leave it. Like you don't whatever. Like now I'm gonna make the music that I want to create, and that's what it is. Cause that's what I grew up on. Like Jay Nas, I'm on all that. It's funny you say that because I hearing Home for the Holidays, I took this note down. And I was gonna ask you that, but you kind of answered it. But I would like you to go a little bit more in
go
depth,
ahead.
right? Because you talk about how in the song you said you speak about not trying to create fake images and being true to yourself.
Yeah.
Even if that means portraying a lifestyle that isn't flashy or what society accepts as that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, you talk about dang it, just that and not pretending, because you talk about your 9 to 5. You say you have a child, you have family, you have a wife, you have a kid, but you still have a dream, which is to me like such a beautiful and tough disposition, because it's like you have this dream that you would love to follow and chase, but you have responsibilities, real responsibilities, not like little responsibilities. And you choose to talk about that, not knowing if people are going to relate, but that's still your truth. And you still chose to speak on that. Like what made you like get to the point in your career where you're like, I'm going to talk about what I feel is my truth rather than what I feel people want to hear, because that makes it more genuine, I feel. But
when I stopped caring about what people would think.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
That's important.
And it's crazy because it's like, and that can also be bittersweet, because we love when somebody like, hey, I heard your joint is fire. Keep doing your thing. We love to hear that. Don't get me wrong, but the moment you really be like, man, look, I'm creating music for me, no matter what people think, that's when you're going to be like, hey, it's going to be great in your heart. And that's what I had to do with this project, from like the cover art to title, I'll Be Home Soon. It was like me finding myself, like to me and my daughter being on the cover, like, this is me. Like, I ain't riding around my whip with 30,000 guns and all.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, like I'm gonna speak my truth. And that's what it was, man. Like, I was just like, I'm letting it all out on this one. And hey, people gonna like it. They ain't. It don't matter. Like, to me, it's great. I don't
like for me. Like when you started saying riding around with 30 guns, like the first thing I thought about when first song that came to mind was Top of the World.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when I hear that song, Top of the World, I'm thinking like riding, and you know what I'm saying, riding with the top down, like say late 90s, early 2000s type.
Yeah, type.
You know
vibe.
what I'm saying? Type. It was like, I'm like, it's a good feeling. You're not speaking on killing nobody, you're speaking on hurting nobody, you're speaking on like really truly, like, I'm not talking about just that song, I'm talking about the whole album at this point.
Yeah.
But like, you're speaking on like stuff that's like, you're motivating people. I ain't gonna lie, I'm listening, I'm like, hey, you're right, I am on top of the world. You know what I mean? Like it gave me that feel. Top back, you know what I'm saying, riding around, nice car, beautiful woman next to me, maybe my child in the back seat, like
without a care in the world.
Right. You
that's
know
how
what I'm saying?
and that was the purpose of that song. I wanted people to feel like, if you didn't work 70 hours this week, hey, you finna go celebrate over the weekend.
Knows.
Put Lord
knows.
Put some fly music on, man. Have your top peeled back and feel like you're on top of the world, man. I feel like, you know, don't get me wrong. I like the other music too. I ain't gonna stunt like I wasn't on that, you know, like on the Boosie Webber, the Young Boy. I love it all, but me as an artist, I wanna create something that's different in my eyes, is something that's much more, you know, like that really relates to everyone.
Chill, player.
Yeah.
It was real player.
Have you gotten have you came to terms with the idea that if you choose to go your own route and not follow the crowd, that it's going to take longer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's something that we have to come to terms, because if you're not going to play the game the way they want you to play the game, which is talking about guns, drugs, shooting, sex, pills,
right,
it's going to take you longer.
It is. It's going to take you longer.
Okay.
But the reward is going to be
much more gratifying. I feel
much more gratifying, because, you know,
you didn't bend.
Yeah, exactly. And who really want to be making music that they truly really don't even want to make? Yeah. Like, because it's like, I put the projects out, my old project. I'm putting projects out about, you know, like the pain music, the whole melody, singing vibe and stuff. But I'm recording stuff like that, but I'm listening to people like J. Cole every day. I'm bumping Forest Hill Drive and all that. Like, it's like, you know, the new Kendrick, I'm going back to Illmatic with Nas or Jay-Z Blueprint. Like, if I grew up on all that's what I need to be, you know, that's what's in my heart. Like, make stuff like that. And it took a long time. It really did. Like, it took a long time. Conversation with my wife, like especially oh my God, my dad. Oh my God. He was getting to the point he had me not even want to rap no more. He like, man, look, I ain't trying to hit it. You need to be doing. I swear to God, dog, he was on my case, like. But when he heard this, he texted me. He said, "Son, I love the music, bro. I love it." And he was like, "This is the J.Quick I know," and it touched me because he right. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I was conflicted and feeling like, you know, when you want to be heard, you get to that point like, man, you know, they gonna like this. This is what they want to hear. Right. But man, when you see your other camp putting out that real raw, like you're like, nah, I gotta chill. I gotta get back to what I know.
Let me ask you this: like, what is your biggest challenge as far as being an up and coming artist? Like, you know, still chasing. Like, what did you feel like is your biggest challenge?
It definitely would be what you want from the career aspect or like personal stuff too.
Oh, we can go ahead. It's both.
Definitely, you know, fatherhood and trying to make music and stuff. When I had my daughter at that time, I felt like I was done making music. I couldn't stop. So then I just had my son, me and my wife. We have our second one, like April. Appreciate y'all. April 14th. Yes, so sir. You know, we got 2 now, and it's crazy. It's challenging, but it make me be like, Lord Jesus, God, please just send me a blessing. I ain't trying to work no more. I'm trying to put us up. You know, I know this gonna take me somewhere. If not, I'll accept it. If it do, like I'm charged into the game. Like if it ain't meant to be cool, if it is, hey, it is what it is. And even with like the numbers, man, like that's another thing. Like not letting the numbers get to you. You posting, you only get maybe a good 50, 30, 40 likes. Like, but you see, if that even like,
I'm about to say, I'll be getting 2 or 3. So 50, I would be happy with 50. I'd be like, dang, bro.
I'm balling at 50.
Hey, you know what's crazy too? You be in the studio just editing content, just trying to be 2-3 hours. You post that sucker.
Yeah.
33 views, 3 likes, dang, and then J.Quick. This is what's up. I'm like, man, get out my comment. I don't want to hear you.
Fire emoji, fire emoji.
Yeah, fire.
I know he gonna comment on here. I need some new faces.
Yeah, man.
For real, dog. And like, man, and even with this project, like, cause I just got my own setup, you know, like I got my own setup. So I record less, dog. That's why it's such a special body of work. Cause, you know, like I said, I'll be home soon. I recorded it in my home, in the living room. And I was like, man, the whole time recording, I said, boy, these people don't like this. I'm proud of you. I'm going to raise some HE double hockey sticks.
Yes, sir.
Because, like, it takes a lot, you know, like, recording it. Then I got to send it to my partner. He the engineer. He got to mix, master that. And I got to get the stuff from the producers. Like, it's a lot that go into it, man. For anybody, you know, proof right here. So, like, yeah, man, that'll be the challenging thing. Fatherhood, like, just being a husband as well. Trying to take care of your family, work, and still make time for music, like, because they got people that's, you know, they single, no kids, no nothing, so they
go whenever,
they like 20 steps more ahead of you because they can push the content, they can do this, they can drive their, you know, like they can find the time, but you just can't let it get to you. When you want it, you gonna do what you gotta do, like, you know, at the end of the day.
Literally on the last podcast episode, I spoke about that. And one of the things that came up during conversation with myself was like, I don't want to be a pop off artist at 40. Right. Like I don't want to potentially be not pop off. Sorry, a startup rapper at 40. Right. I feel like if I pop off now at 30, 31. And I make it into 40 and you know, it just keeps growing into that is different than being an artist at 40 starting off and getting your popularity going. How do you have like a number? Not to say that you have to or don't have to, but do you have like an age where you feel like, all right, at this point, if it hasn't happened by this point, or are you of the belief that this is what I love and I'm gonna do this forever, regardless if I pop off or not?
I think that it's a hard question because we all want to pop off and make it.
Yes, sir.
And nobody wants to be doing it for nothing. Like,
yes, sir.
You're going to have a passion for something regardless. We know that. Like, but who just trying to put out songs for 20, 30 listens?
Come on.
Like,
investing all that time.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I like how Charlamagne look at it. Like, shout out to that brother. Like, you know, I don't care if it's one person listening. I'm gonna give that one person my best effort.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Now, I do understand.
Don't hype him up because T, please,
There you go.
please, no, because
I feel what he's
There you go.
saying.
no, okay,
but
no, we do.
Niggas.
That is the sensible answer, of course. But don't no one wants to be doing something for 15 years.
Yeah.
For the past 15 years, I've only had one person listening. You, whether you
That's
want to admit it or
insanity.
not, you get jaded.
That's insanity,
Yeah.
though.
But that's what a passion is. You have to be insane about your passion.
Yep.
You gotta believe what
But you
got.
gotta be able to switch it up so that way you can get it right.
Look, now
You
he
can't
want to make a
always
joke.
take-
See, now he want to make a joke.
I'm just
Now
saying.
he want to make a joke about it. 'Cause I'm dead serious.
You can't.
Man, come
I'm
on,
just saying,
T,
you can't
come on.
always hit your girl with the same stroke. You gotta hit it with certain circles sometimes.
You right. You right.
Oh,
but
So
God.
what I'm saying is,
Uh-huh.
you still doing the do. That's the same thing, right? Yeah, it has been 15 years, but you got better because you're not just thrusting like a rabbit.
No,
but you might circle in like a bee or something.
that
You know
wasn't
what
the
I'm
point.
saying?
The point is,
The point
after
is,
30,
switch it up.
after 15, 10 years. Come on, now. I feel like you know what? I interrupted your response. I
No, go ahead.
apologize.
No,
Go ahead.
he don't
You
know
good,
to say.
you good.
He
No,
don't know
I
to say.
do. I do.
Say it.
Go
What,
ahead.
what I'm saying is, I feel like you have to be at 15 years. If it hasn't worked,
Mhm.
you got to pivot.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
In
You're-
15 years? But
It-
what if it's
but-
year
but-
16 that you make it? You gave up too early.
Well,
You don't know when.
I feel-
you
I
don't
feel-
know when the high. I'm not gonna say God.
No,
but shout out to God.
I know.
But you don't know when the higher power say, you know what, I want you to have this.
That's true.
Because there are older artists that are doing it. Do you know that Earth, Wind, and Fire still touring?
yeah, but
The Isley Brothers.
they didn't pop off at 45. Did they?
They did. No, they
No,
didn't.
nigga, but they still popping.
That's not, you see, you missing.
But
Freddie
see,
Gibbs
but-
Freddie Gibbs popped off late.
I'm arguing
Jim
with
Jones.
you. I'm arguing with you. And
Jay-Z
you're not even staying at the point. No, yeah, but they had some time. What I'm saying is, if you have only three people, to his point, he was like, you don't want to be doing all this work for just 30 spins on the song that you invested so much time. Now, if you've been doing that for 10 years and you still have 30 spins, it's time to readjust the picture
Yeah,
because it's
real
not,
talk.
You
obviously
should have
something.
thought about that after the first spin. You heard me? Because in that 15-year run, like I said, I ain't
Wow.
just hitting her
That's what I'm
straight
saying.
up.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
bending
Nah,
her over.
T-
I'm
T
turning
not
on
really
her
trying to have
side.
it.
I'm
He
hitting
ain't-
on her stomach.
He ain't
You
trying
know,
to have the
putting her leg
conversation.
up behind
You
her
give a fuck.
neck.
You got it.
She paying from a ceiling fan.
You
That's
got
what
it.
I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You
It's
got
the
it.
same
Look,
thing.
I
You
guess.
still talking
I
about
guess.
sex, but you just switching it up.
I guess.
But this
I
this
guess,
is
T.
why it's bittersweet. Like you said, you right. That 16 year may be your year when you like, hey, this was your year,
Might be
young,
your-
and you got
yeah,
it.
best
But
15
you
minutes of my
also
life.
right as well, because it's like that's why it's bittersweet. Because I know me, I'm 29 now.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna cap. I'm not trying to be talking about I'm 33, 34
on.
still rapping. That's just me. I
Man,
ain't.
33, 30. I'm 30.
Hey, you asked for a limit, nigga just gave you a limit. Hey, he said 34, 33, 34.
Oh, you in?
32.
Oh yeah, you got about 2 years.
33, nigga got a year.
We gonna give him 2 on that. We gonna give him 2. We gonna give him 2.
Nah, 30. You know why 33 for me is too much? It's too soon.
Yeah. But see, you don't got no kids, so you kind of straight though.
That's
is different. I got 2 little
Yeah.
babies, so it's like,
Also, how long have you been doing it?
that's another thing. Oh Lord.
Seriously, not like playing around.
Like seriously recording, putting out probably.
Yeah. Even SoundCloud counts. Like doing
Oh
little-
man, I'll
yeah.
say a good about 2012, 13, stuff like that.
Oh, he's still a baby.
So that's
Still a bit.
10. That's 10. That's 12 years.
12,
Yeah.
13.
I feel like
11 years?
that makes a difference to me. See, because I seriously started 26. So I only got 8 years. No,
Still a
26,
baby.
26 or 27. So I feel like that's why I wouldn't be able to just stop at 33 because I'm like,
Yeah,
I haven't put in the 10,000. It feels like it,
right.
but I haven't put in the 10 years that people be like, you need at least. So, but yeah, 12 years, I can
they
see
say
why
that though.
33.
That's what I feel like. All that just be like talk. Like they say that people say put in 10 years, but got artists is popping off in 2
That's true.
But,
Yeah,
because of the internet now. And you got to think when we started, the internet wasn't what it was today.
Facts.
Yeah,
I couldn't put my music on Apple Music, Spotify. It was just straight SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, yep.
And when I did start, me and my homie, he was engineering. We was kind of like, it was like practice, if anything. I'm
Yeah.
working on getting better as an artist. he's working on getting better as mixing and mastering. So once his abilities and my craft both got up,
elevated. Yeah.
that's when we kind of like, okay,
Batman
we finna.
Robin.
It's like we pressed the reset button. Now we finna really like,
Turn this shit.
and that's when the other projects came. The more, and then boom. So
30, 33, 34, you can't see yourself still doing to try to pursue a dream. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna let you think on that. I posted a clip on my TikTok talking about I can't see myself still rapping at 40 if I haven't made it yet. And a lot of the comments were, bro, if some people were like, man, well, you must not believe in yourself that much or in your craft. You must not love it enough to just be like, oh, at 40 you have a cap. Mm-hmm. Other people were like, man, you got to keep doing it. You can't do it to pop. You got to do it for the love of it. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like people that haven't, and maybe they have, because some of the people were, it seemed like they had invested in whatever craft that they're trying to create. But I feel like oftentimes people that are not in your shoes seem to give you advice or opinion about what you should do in your shoes, not understanding what it takes or what it took or why you would think that it would be time to pivot or for. I don't know.
I'll be like, look, y'all saying that, go buy the music then.
Yeah, but what you want him to say? Nah, quit. You suck.
No.
Put it down.
No.
You shouldn't quit at 40. You should quit now. Like, what you want to say? Like, people try to give you inspiration, and you're like,
and they did a
you
good
know
job.
what? You don't know what it takes to get where I'm going. They're like, nigga, just keep going.
Right.
That's all they saying.
I'm not saying that they said nothing bad. For the most part, all of their responses were very encouraging and very to your point, keep going, because you never know when it's gonna happen, and you shouldn't stop because of an age. But I just feel like from someone, I feel like sometimes you just want to vent. I don't want you to say nothing. Just let me vent. Let me vent. Just be like, man, I feel you on that one, dog. I don't want you advice. I want to vent. But it's social media. It's social media. I get it.
They gonna say what they want.
Where you saying that you want to age like wine.
But I want to age like wine already successful. Wow, I don't want to be 60 still. What I look like 60 still trying to ride.
You look like an old man chasing his dream. You know what? There's a such thing called a sympathy vote. There's a thing called a sympathy vote. There are people that
I don't want no sympathy vote.
There are old people on TikTok
I don't want no sympathy
going viral for doing rap little videos.
I don't
so
want
you telling me that if they'd have gave up, they'd have just been sitting in the old folks' home like, yeah, baby, pass me the sugar. No, they got their behind up and said, you know what? Let's make some videos. And they went viral, and now they make money off of it because they didn't give up. You think, and they started after you. They had to
we
start.
Don't know.
They had to start.
We don't know.
Nigga,
we don't know.
TikTok came out how long ago?
We only started after me. TikTok, they might have started on TikTok before me. We don't know that.
Even when TikTok started, they older than you.
Yeah, they older than you.
Okay, so your
old folks
so your point.
You in your home. There's a difference.
So your point is there shouldn't be a limit to your dream.
There's no limit like Master P in '96.
So
shout out to Tyler, the Creator.
So you're saying that you would continue to do whatever it is you have envisioned for your life as far as like a dream wise, not like something a dream till
they can only say no. They can only say no. I learned this from sales. I did an internship in college. They can only say no for so long, and then if you keep going, like I said, somebody gonna say yes, and then that one person that says yes, it's gonna encourage you to keep going out there. And
so when you suggested earlier that you should pivot, or that you should make adjustment, what does that mean? Yeah,
for example,
yeah.
In a football game, right? Mm-hmm. You play the first half. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most offices, the first 8 to 12 plays are scripted, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Defense, you try to go off that, whatever. Build your bases and stuff like that. In the second half, what you gonna do? You're gonna make adjustments.
Yep.
You're not gonna come out there with the same game plan, because the same game plan is gonna get you whooped.
Right. So how long do you wait before making the adjustment? In your scenario, in the dream wise, not football. Get off of football.
Okay.
Put years into this.
Okay.
You've been doing it for 5 years, let's say. 5 years.
5 years.
Still 33 views.
I ain't gonna lie.
33 views.
Me personally, I probably have experimented whatever. I probably whatever Lil Wayne was on. I probably did. I'd have been doing what you was doing, son. I'd have been trying to make the slide then. Your mom and your daddy, uncle too. So like some other crazy stuff. You know
you would have succumbed to.
Oh, I'd have succumbed to the and then I'd have probably just like you. That's how you know your success is coming. I see it just like that. I'd have been like, okay, yeah. I feel like your success is coming. You just got to put out more music. You don't put out enough music. If you want to get, if you want some critique, you make great music. You don't put out enough.
First of all,
you do make
don't
great
shoot music videos.
First of all,
the
last time I had you shoot music video, what you did? Stand straight and do this, man. The whole video was shaking. Nigga, try. That's why I ain't got a videographer. You suck, bro. Okay, the whole video they shaking. I'm like, man, come on, brother. They talk about, oh my bad, I need to do better on that one.
I was in a car accident.
I was in a car accident.
Cap.
No. All I'm saying is, the one pivot I would like to see you do, because I believe you make great music.
Okay.
I listen to it on my own.
Okay.
If you make videos, actual music videos, and drop them, I believe you'd have been where you wanted to be by now.
I disagree with that, but
okay, we can agree to disagree.
Correct. So the only reason I disagree with the music video thing is because no one has the nowadays people don't have the attention span.
Bullshit. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you what I don't have no facts behind this. I'm just telling you what based on talking to people about like how that's why TikTok is so popular.
Yeah, it is.
Because we just want to see 30 seconds of something. No one is sitting. That's why even songs are getting shorter. To your point,
yeah, they are.
That your songs were like that we spoke about that before you came in. It was like your album was so easily digestible and great. Like it was great content. You gave us the punch and you got out of it. It wasn't like you kept us for like 4 minutes on a song because it was like you gave us what we needed and you got out of it, and then you kept giving us what you needed. Dude, that's what society nowadays. Everything is like a minute, 30 seconds.
My dog Redman had dropped the album. I was so excited. He dropped Muddy Waters too. I was like, man, Redman, my fave, but I'm not listening to no 30 songs.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not listening to 30 songs.
I listened about the first 7 to 5, and that's it. Like, because you're right, though. You can't, attention span is so short now. Like, look at the dude, Boss Man D-Lo. This dude's songs be like a hook, a verse, and a hook, and that's it. And people running them over and over and over and over.
Like bad in school.
Yeah. It's music now. It's different now. And you right, like the TikToks, the rap content, people not even putting out videos no more. Like, I don't even think at this point people care about real music videos unless they like signed on a label. If not, they just putting out the content. Like, we gonna shoot a little dope quality content, put it out, and we gonna keep pushing that.
All you need is butt shaking. You got twerking.
I ain't doing that. See,
man, do that.
Look, like
you
my
need
boy.
your wife to write your permission slip saying, these
do
women can twerk in this video as long as they don't twerk on my husband.
No,
you do that.
You know why?
And then let me be in a video behind them.
You know why? You know why I could never do that? And tell me if you agree or disagree. Being a similar artist as far as like with morals and character.
Booty sells.
My brother says all the time. You're right. It does. I feel like I want to be known. Whatever you get discovered as is what you're going to be known as.
Exactly.
So if they know me or discover me as that type of artist, they're going to expect that type of artist. And I have firsthand experience in that. But do you agree with that idea of like whatever you get discovered with, or, whatever, however they discover you is what they're going to expect from you moving forward.
Yeah,
which is why you keeping your creation close to heart and, true to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you blow off a club song, they gonna want more club songs. I mean, if you blow off a club song and your next song, you talking about your life and what you going through, we like, we ain't want to hear that.
But that's the problem.
We don't want to hear that.
We want to hear. You have us in the club. Keep us in the club. And then, remember he came out and said George Bush don't like black folks?
Yeah, he did. He said that.
But I'm saying that's not what our first
Trump
song from him was.
And I don't have no problem with
our first
Trump,
time
I'm just
meeting
saying.
Kanye was what? Jesus Walks. No, not even that. Blueprint. Making beats. The nerdy kid from the hood that makes fire beats.
Our first real introduction when we knew it was Kanye West was Through the Wire.
No, Jesus Walks was before Through the Wire.
Nah,
it was.
You're tripping.
Jesus Walks.
I could be crazy, but
Through the Wire was the first one. Yeah, go look it up.
You know what? I think
if I'm right, I want $20.
I think Through the Wire was his first. It was.
The Shaka Khan. Yeah,
that was his first video.
Come on, man. You ain't no real hip hop head, man.
Yeah, it is because he was trying to
Through the Wire.
That was the first time we heard of Kanye.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, that's you know what? Speak of Kanye because he came out a certain way and he changed.
Yeah.
Think about it.
But
College Dropout was different from 808 Heartbreaks.
But it's still hip hop though.
It is hip hop. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's not like he went from college dropout
to freaking rock.
But
that's what I'm saying. But it's hip hop though. It is.
Yeah, I agree, but it's not.
It's different.
Traditionally rapping.
Yeah, it ain't like you. And you're right. It's not traditionally rapping. But like he said, it ain't like he went from that to like how Lil Wayne did when he went to Rebirth, the rock album.
Look, he went to the college dropout, late registration, graduation, and then gave us 808.
Yeah, and then gave us 808.
He gave us a bunch of him for
just straight rap bars for like 4 albums first.
Oh, wait.
So
We're not
give
gonna
you-
sit up here and act like 808 Heartbreaks is just.
No, you're missing the
It
point.
ain't trash. It ain't
No,
trash
I'm not saying
at
it's
all.
trash.
No, that
College
ain't.
Dropout, 808 Heartbreaks are classics to me.
Yeah, 808
You know what I'm saying?
Heartbreak.
I'm talking
It's
about
definitely
like
the
they just
truth.
straight rap. Like he just.
No.
Nah.
No, I'm saying
Nah.
no. I'm saying you said he gave us Through the Wire.
Through the Wire was the first song I ever heard.
And then
Yeah.
he gave us. You said he gave us College Dropout, and then he gave us 808 and Heartbreak. I'm saying before he gave us 808, before he did the big switch.
What I was based, I probably said the albums out of order. I do apologize to the audience, but what I am saying is that each album was different from the last.
Yeah.
He did,
But to his point, it stayed hip hop.
But it stayed hip hop. That's what I'm saying.
They gonna label it hip hop.
Yeah, no, but
Michael Jackson had to bleach his skin for them to classify him as R&B. I mean, as his pop.
He's just gonna argue.
No, I'm just saying. Thriller was out. What did they think Thriller was? When Mike bleached his skin, he became a white woman.
Let the host, let the guest talk.
My bad.
You good?
Mike,
What
rest in peace, Mike J.
What he said is, you're right. He went from college dropout, late registration. He had graduation, 808s. What we're saying is it was more soulful, to the roots and stuff. Yeah. Like, I know it's past visiting hours, but can I please give her these flowers? He wasn't saying on 808 Heartbreak. He talking about I'm not loving you. So it's like it's hip hop. But it was, it was still different. Like it wasn't like Through the Wire, like you said, heard him say and all that.
He was
it was nothing like that.
He was spending some pain on that Through the Wire.
Yeah,
bro.
he was.
He was talking about that car accident and stuff.
And you know what? Another thing though, for me, where I feel like I couldn't make music about booty shaking and like club stuff simply because that's not me. I feel so fake. I'd feel like the what's that movie with the white boy that goes to the hood?
Malibu Mo One.
I feel like him.
Yeah.
Just out here pretending, cosplaying. I be because that's not my
Real
world.
talk. Yeah.
And at a certain point, you're going to get. They gonna pull your card, and we're gonna see you fake.
Agree, but if I drop, but the thing is though, it's not about being fake or being real. It's about being able to adapt into a new environment. So if you want to think about it, Michael Jackson went from all that with the Jackson 5 to I'm bad, and all
King
of
of Pop.
And you have to be able to adapt with time and understand that music's gonna change. And you just like I say, do music with that artist like Bruno Mars. He didn't start doing ratchet music. He just did a song with the Ratchet Queen. So you know what I'm saying, and it worked out. So that's what I'm saying. Like you don't have to necessarily.
But that's the thing though. Like. It's crazy because, and I think who else said? I think Shannon Sharp said that, man. How?
Oh Lord.
He said, "Oh Lord," I know, right? But I agree with him on this one. He was like how rappers got it the hardest. Because you're right. Mike went from Jackson 5 to that. I wanna look like all that to the pop, and it's cool. But if a rapper try to do that. Like, man, what you doing that? We gonna get it. We gonna get it the hardest. Like, cause it's you supposed to be an MC, like a rapper.
Yeah. What about like an NBA young boy or a Lil Durk or something like that? Like sometimes you can hear Durk. He'll spit some drill. He'll spit some lyrics, but he'll harmonize. Same thing with young boy.
But he always did that though. But before Lil Durk going on like the real hip hop, you
don't consider him real hip hop.
Oh no, he's definitely hip hop. He's just like more kind of like the Pain, like Rod Wave or something like that. Just more for the streets, He the voice of the streets, He for the streets, But he definitely, he hip hop most definitely. Like Dirk, one of my favorite, Free Dirk. But
well,
yeah, I know, right?
I don't know.
Look, we wish you well, brother. But
wish you well.
Wish you well. But
hey, I ain't throwing them no gangsta eyes. These boys talking about throwing. Hey, no gangsta eyes. Hey, Wakanda for. Hey,
but look,
free though, my boy.
But yeah, man, But that's the whole thing about music though. It's so many opinions you can put in it.
Yeah.
to you don't know what is even right. What is right or wrong?
You're right.
Because people gonna do what they gonna do to get in that spotlight.
Yeah.
All right, I got something for you.
And you find out in the moment. But yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask this. Just quick.
Go ahead.
Both of y'all. Greatest rapper of all time, in your opinion.
In my opinion, like I said, when I think of that, I think of much more than just the music. I think of the impact they left, the legacy, like the wave they brought, the trendiness they brought, and I would say Pac. I really would.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go with what I know. J. Cole. That's just my top one.
Greatest rapper all time.
That's hey brother. Cause I'm gonna keep it.
It's your list.
No, I'm about to say because I'm gonna keep it real with. I'm
trying to get a nut.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I ain't grew up listening to hip hop, so I wouldn't be able to tell you Big L from. There you go.
Wait,
There you go.
What do you want?
Spanish, baby. You know what? We Daddy Yankee, Don Omar, Tego Calderon. See, y'all don't know those people. I know what I'm saying.
Heard Daddy Yankee.
That's what I know growing up.
I know Beanie Man.
Yeah, I know Beanie Man.
Yeah, well, nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. You're racist.
We know Beanie.
I know Beanie.
No. Okay.
I
got a question for you. This man said Sean Paul.
Is Sean
Sean
Paul real Jamaican?
Oh,
They
damn.
say
he's not real Jamaican though.
I've heard both.
I've
but
heard that.
He says he is.
Hey,
You
I
know, they
know.
do have white Jamaicans.
I know. I played with him on Def Jam Fight for New York. I know that.
That was fire video game right there. That was a fire. I used to fight with
love it.
DMX all the time. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What ideal collaboration? Who would be your ideal collaboration?
And it don't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Right now, we got the bag for him right now.
Yeah.
He said we got the bag for
we got,
him
right
now.
now.
We got it right there. We got it right there. He looked back. He looked.
What bag?
Yeah, it's right there.
Hey, me too, yeah.
Local or like what you like? Just anybody?
National,
Anybody.
local.
Yeah, if you could do let's do a superstar like somebody big and let's do somebody local if you have a local or a regular someone who hasn't popped off yet.
I ain't gonna lie.
Spotlight.
I would love to make a song with Adele.
Hey, Adele was the whatever that moving pavements or chasing pavements was the first song I heard. Once I heard that song, I was like, I want to be a music writer. After I heard that song, I got on the piano and started writing music. After listening to her, but that's fire.
I say Adele because like I want somebody who can create just a fire hook, like a hook that I know just gonna
Capture the soul.
Yeah, capture the soul.
So you
would
keep it rap.
I will rap.
Yeah.
And I'll just have Adele like do her thing. You know, like
I would have never thought that, but that's
That's
fire.
far. Just give me somebody. Gaze Boosie.
Boosie. They not,
Young
they
Boy.
not local.
They're not local, and they're stars.
They stars.
That's the only reason why.
I'm gonna say this: far as local artists,
Louisiana,
I feel like the people who I want to work with. I'm gonna say this: they know who they are, or I have worked with them. He know we gonna work.
Yes, sir.
I've worked with my bro Jeff. I work with other artists as well that's doing their thing. And the reason why like I say, the people who know I want to work, they know because it ain't really nobody out there.
I agree.
I'm too busy just like
trying to build your own.
I want to, just build me like and plus, nigga out there saying they want to work with me. I'm like, so shit. Excuse me.
All right, let me.
I'm keeping it trail. Like,
can we switch it right quick?
Yeah.
You said a singer. Can you give me a rapper you would love to work with?
A rapper? Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. Cole, most definitely.
Yes,
I love to work with Cole.
Oh man,
I love to work with Cole.
Yeah.
It's another guy. What's his name? I've been listening to him a lot. Man, what's his name?
is he white or black?
He black,
Lil
but
Dicky.
Hell no.
First of all, don't do Lil Dicky like that. Lil Dicky can rap.
He can rap.
He can rap.
He can act.
Hey, don't do that.
He's
Don't do
talented.
that.
He
Lil
can
Dicky can rap.
He can act.
Lil Dicky can rap, man. Come on, don't do that, man. Don't do that, man.
Let me see. A rapper. It's a lot. Like of course, who don't want to work with their favorites? Cole, Kendrick.
Weezy.
Hell, even Drake. I ain't gonna cap. Like I fuck with Drake. Shit, I was on Take Care, Thank Me Later. That was my shit. Like but. Yeah, definitely Cole though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Who wouldn't want to work with Cole?
Me.
I feel like Cole. I ain't gonna cap, man. Cole had brought that real hip hop shit back. I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard Who That and shit, he brought that real hip hop shit back.
First of all, you let them floodgates open.
I'm
You
sorry.
I was like, at some point he gonna stop. He ain't stop. But I was like, me, Russ.
Okay, I can.
Oh yeah.
Childish Gambino.
I can't see that.
And Cole.
I can't see you working with Childish.
I wouldn't work with
I don't
Childish.
I'd let Childish produce the beat or whoever he gets to produce. I let him do because for me, Childish is a creative genius.
He is that.
So, hey man, wherever you want to take us, take us. Russ, he is the reason I became a producer, writer, a record. Like because of him, I created this little world I got, and the how he talks about independence. Because of him, I talk on my songs. And J. Cole, man, if he's my GOAT, of course I want to work with him.
I'm gonna give you high praise. It's crazy. I see high praise, but when I listen to your music, I can see you like same thing with you. I can see probably with Chris Brown. Somebody who can rap, sing.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah,
I ain't
you
mad
know
at,
what I'm saying?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I grew up on Chris.
All he make is bangers.
Come
on. All he make is bangers.
Yeah, he do. That residual, I ain't gonna lie. I remember I listened to residual one day at work. I said it to my wife, like, Lord, I love this song. He own this, man. Like, that's retarded. Yeah, free Chris Brown, man.
Oh yeah.
They talking about that boy go to court June 13th. I said, come on, man.
Oh my God.
Free Chris Brown. Let him off the walls, man. Free Chris Brown. We ain't trying to have that for our brother.
Hey, do you think Chris forgot he had that situation in London? And he just showed up, or do you think he was like,
whooped so many people?
From what I read, he voluntarily approached to talk to the police. Like he didn't. I'm pretty sure. Like you know what I'm saying. The person said it's him. They saying it's somebody in his entourage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
I feel like Kristen got into it with so many dudes and just whooped so many dudes.
Oh yeah,
he forgot who he whooped. He didn't know he had to whoop somebody.
Did I whoop somebody?
Did I? Yeah. Do I?
I'm like, man, trying to think about it. Man, I'm Chris Brown. You think I'm about to? No, you can say whatever you want, bro. I'm Chris Brown, bro.
I give it to Chris though. As an R&B artist, he stand on his own.
Who you? This crazy man.
Oh,
Usher.
What? No. It
Wait,
wasn't,
the Chris Brown Usher thing?
It wasn't. I wish it was Usher.
What?
That would make sense to me.
What's up?
He said Omarion.
Oh no, I was talking about touch. He said Omarion. Touch. No, wait. Wait.
Omarion against what's the question though?
We're talking about the best. We're talking about the best dance.
R&B. No, we're talking about no. We're talking about no sick. We're talking about because we're talking about.
If that's the case, Omarion's B2K.
We're doing the verses. We're doing the verses.
Okay, yeah.
And then the
Omarion can't even mess with Mario.
Man, you tripping.
No, I'm not. Mario can sing.
He can't dance.
He lost.
He can't.
He don't gotta dance.
Thank
He
you.
can
It's
sing.
a singing. It's a competition.
Did y'all see? Oh my God.
Yeah, and I seen him bring a watermelon on the stage.
Yeah. Hey.
Did y'all see?
Hey,
No.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Mario, vocally,
It's killing a lot of people.
he might be better than Chris.
He is.
Vocally, not making hits.
Yeah.
Vocally.
Mario can
sing.
Because
sing,
the thing with Chris is that a lot of times Chris is a strong user of autotune, which I get because I use it. Chris could sing, but he got that autotune. You can hear it when he's using it, and it's a lot. Omarion's song, they feel like they be just like putting like.
I don't hear any auto-tune on Omarion.
That's.
You
said Mario. You about to say that's what I'm talking about?
I talk about I messed up. I meant Mario. You tripping? Omarion got about two, 3.
He don't need auto tone when he only sing in one note. He can't get high.
I'm so cool.
He ain't gonna need it.
You gotta eat the booty like groceries.
That boy singing one tone, man.
It's funny because Omarion went on Tanks. Tanks is also another very good.
Yeah,
on Tanks,
you can suck it once and not be gay.
What?
That's what he said.
He did say that.
Boy, this is another conversation.
Hey, what they said on that?
We talking about rap. Nah,
nigga, you gay.
I ain't no Tank saying that.
Hey, Omarion went on Tank's podcast and said that he and Beyonce are the only artists that have amassed a huge amount of success after being in a group. Starting off in a group.
Oh yeah.
And Tank and them was like,
You never heard of Ronald Isley?
him. I didn't even think about him.
Yeah, like,
But there was like, you can't
ever heard of
forget
Diana
Bobby Brown.
Ross?
Bobby Brown?
you ever heard of Diana Ross?
I don't know why he said that.
Johnny Gill.
Omarion just seemed
You
like
could just name the whole half the new edition, and
yeah, but they
had hits. Some of them
like
had
one
hits.
or two. Not Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill came after though. He joined.
Yeah. But
He
I'm
was
saying, I'm talking
single.
about who left when they left the group and still was successful individually.
Not that many songs though.
My.
Okay, name another one. I'm saying.
I ain't that damn old. Fuck, I just knew he had success.
I ain't gonna lie.
individually.
That's probably the only hit I really know about Johnny
Yeah,
Gill.
I'm saying.
My.
I can't think on right. off the top.
Omarion feel like he need to be in anything dealing with
You
R&B
ain't lying.
conversations.
Yeah,
He need to chill out, bro.
But should we respect his confidence? Isn't that the confidence and delusion we need to be great?
You know
I
what?
respect it.
At the end of the
making it.
I was saying, at the end of the day, he ain't got to go to work tomorrow, so I ain't.
Right, you right.
You know what?
I'm
but
sorry.
Still,
Yeah, you're right. You can't
it's
even
just
talk.
like he be doing too much.
He do.
Omarion do too much, dude.
He do. Look, since we let me see if I can ask you another
Yes, sir.
topic. I mean another specific thing. You know what? And then we can jump in a little bit to a topic I got. But
Okay.
What? Because are you still creating music after dropping the album? You still working on more music right now?
Yeah, I had recorded like 4 songs yesterday.
Okay, so what keeps you motivated? You think after dropping something, seeing the response or not seeing the response, like what keeps you motivated to continue to grind?
Really just challenging myself, trying to see what I can create as an artist myself, you know, because I listen to my project, I be like, man, I was in my bag on here, but can I do better? And that's what it's about. Like, yeah, I recorded, you know, new songs recently, but who's to say they'll be out or anything? It's just me polishing the tool, polishing my blade, and just, you know, just getting better at my craft and my words and everything, man. Just trying to have people like, damn, man, excuse me, like, this guy nice, he nice. Because that's what you want. Like, I ain't saying I want to be like the top MC and all that, but I want people to put my music on and they be like, hey, your boy, he be spitting. So that's really what it be like, you know, after a project. I normally do take a little break. I ain't gonna lie, let my brain kind of like sizzle down. But when you living life, dude, and you seeing stuff, it sparks you to like want to record. And that's really what it be, man. But just trying to polish the tool, polish the blade, dog.
What truly inspires you to like to just go right? Like, you know how some people walk outside, it's like it's nature, or it's like the sound of soothing sounds, water, anything. Like, what inspires you to truly say, man, let me go?
Man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Believe it or not, really being a father as a whole, like when I say that can inspire you in so many ways, you know. And my partner told me that. He said, man, once them kids come, you ain't gonna want to start rapping. And I was like, man, what, you crazy? But it's the truth, because it's like now you really got something to talk about. Like, you a dad, you got something to live for, you got a purpose, like, you know, you got a responsibility, like you really want to make it now to give them a life that, you know, you want them to have. And even days where I am, like you said, just outside or just chilling around the house or my environment at the moment, or even like my homeboy called me like, man, tell me why so-and-so. Like, it can even be something like that. And you will infiltrate it in a song. Like, not like telling nobody business, but, you know, you kind of like playing off of it.
Right.
That's is the type of stuff that inspire you. Just everyday life. Like, everyday life, it can be somebody's biggest inspiration. I know people say, oh, I can't make music without smoking, drinking. Nah, none of that for me. It's really everyday life. Like, even waking up at 4 in the morning, like, I'm tired of this, man. I come home right about it. I need to hurry up and blow.
Nah, facts.
Real talk, dog.
I think my last question.
Go
like,
ahead,
as far
brother.
as like for your kids, you see yourself making, like, you know how they go to school, ABCs one. Do you see yourself making music like that at one point?
I would. I told myself I'll do a little children.
Hey, Cocomelon out here killing it, boy. You get one of those.
What
boy,
they call Gracie Corner?
Yeah,
be remixing everything. They'll turn a Hot Boy song to the ABC song. I'm like, I think that'll be dope. Plus, my wife, she shout out to my wife, man. She make books. She's amazing at what she does. Work hard. Shout out.
Like Amazon or
Amazon. You can look my wife up. She as Lakeisha Burkett on Amazon. You know, I told her, look, you can keep your last name as yours. I ain't tripping. You know, I get it, burden a little country or whatever. But yeah, she doing the thing. You know, she putting her books out, and it's amazing. She doing her, I'm doing me, and even seeing her like when she just on the laptop writing, that motivate me. Like, man, my wife, she writing. I need to get out my butt. I need to write me a song. You know, like,
so both of y'all creatives then.
Oh yeah. She do a thing, and you know what's crazy? I tell my wife all the time, she's the true definition of not caring about likes, comments, or none of that. I will see her post a book cover and probably me and 4-5 other people will share it, but you go to her Amazon and she didn't already had over 500 or 600 people read the book.
Wow, fire.
She don't let her social media
Dictate how she
Dictate
feels.
how-
How it works.
exactly. She let the numbers show people, so you may not see it getting blew up on Instagram or Facebook,
Behind the scenes.
but she getting an email saying somebody in London or Africa just ordered her book.
Right.
That's fire.
And that's why I'd be like, man, just keep going. So yeah, shout out to my wife.
that.
Man,
Most
shout out to
definitely.
her,
that,
man.
bro.
Yeah,
I love
most definitely.
My last question will be like how do you celebrate your wins?
What
What does that look like to you?
far as just like
Like when finishing an album is it's to me
it is a
it's,
win.
is a win.
Yeah.
Because the effort it takes to create or getting your first 100 streams, that's a win. Getting your first 10 streams is
Yeah.
a win. Like whatever you consider a win in your space, how do you celebrate in the music space, obviously?
Yeah.
How do you celebrate that? Or do you see a need to celebrate it?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I just be like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I don't know. I never really did that before. Like, to really celebrate it, like how maybe that's a problem too. Maybe I should.
Yeah, I think,
you know,
I think
Right.
you should.
yeah, cause I never did that. Like, even putting this project out, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I was so confident in it. I was like, man, like this is, I was like, man, I wonder if I can shoot this to some labels or email a couple of like, hey man, check this out, let me know. Cause that's how confident I felt in it. And when people was like, even with you, like I said, Lord, man, my dog, he is flattering, like the compliment. Cause sometimes you hear the compliments, but you want to be humble, like.
Right.
But then in your back in mind, you like, oh, I know.
I know. I'm a dog.
Cause but you want to be like, you gotta be humble. Cause you're like,
You want people to be
but
arrogant. 'Cause
yeah,
that
like,
turn people off.
but it's like when like the work you put into like every song, from the production, from the topics you talking about, even me getting the vocalist that I was working with, like that guy, he's a cool guy. Shout out to him. His name Tyrone Marcel. Everybody on Instagram, cool guy.
Yes.
Dude, I hit up like, hey, man, I'm trying to work. He wasn't on no arrogant, like cocky, none of that. Like, hey, let's do it. And he blessed the tracks. My intro and Top of the World, which is my favorites. I ain't gonna lie.
they fire.
He did his thing. So yeah, man, like, I
think you should celebrate. I think you should celebrate your wins. I think that's important because as independent creatives, it really is all on us. Now, me and T was joking around. Well, I was joking with you. T joking earlier about like how like you once you get to a certain point after investing so much that you feel like giving up.
Yeah.
I feel like, and T was like, man, you shouldn't. But I feel like that's not a real human experience. I feel like you at some point feel like whether you're going to quit or not, you feel like, dang, bro, I'm giving it so much.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna happen.
And I'm not getting nothing in return. So like, whenever you do get those glimpses of wins and victories, I feel like it's important for you to like document it, bro.
Yeah.
So that whenever you do feel down, you can look back and be like, well, I had this year, I had this victory, this year, I had this. Because all of the small victories to T's points add up to that one big victory, and now, bam. But you need I don't know how I heard on Instagram I saw a partner I went to high school with Crucial. Crucial.
Yeah.
He was talking about he celebrates his victories by like buying plants. He's a plant guy.
That's what's up.
So he buys for every little success or whatever he's gained.
That's what's up.
He buys like a little plant. And I was like, I think I'm going to add that into my whatever, not plans, but whatever stuff I like.
Treating yourself.
Treating myself.
Yeah,
and
treating
it ain't even got to be expensive. Like whatever I like candles or whatever. But just to like remind yourself, like, nah, you're doing what you're supposed to do. And so salute to yourself. Like, I'm proud of you.
And like you saying with the the touchback when you was like, when it's time like, oh, you feel like giving up, stuff like that. It's kind of like if somebody start a business, like you start a lawn care business and you posting your cars, passing out your flyers, but nobody hitting you up to come hit their garden, their grass. You get that first job, hey, I got a little spot, hey, my first little $100 spot.
Yeah,
you feel good about it. So it's like it's kind of like that, And
one thing you learn, bro, one of the best and oldest marketing tools It's word to mouth.
Yes,
and
sir.
It works the best.
It does. It really
works the
does.
best, bro.
I agree.
It does. It
Because a lot of
does.
people don't want to read. Fuck, they rather hear you talk.
They rather hear you talk. You're right.
Put like a little audio thing up there.
And also, it's almost like if you hear it from word of mouth, you're hearing it from somebody you trust. Because most of the times you're talking to somebody you love or trust or respect.
Right.
So if somebody you love, trust, or respect tells you, hey, man, check this out, you might be like, you're more inclined to than the random salesperson coming to your house like, hey, man, do you want to buy my product? Get out my face. If you come and tell me, I'd be like, if he's saying it, then it might be something real. You know what I'm saying? You trust that word.
I be telling you because I actually listen to your music.
No. I know. I was just saying in the general aspect of the.
Right.
Oh yeah, I say but just
word of mouth. Yeah, word of mouth is fire.
But he right though, because it's like that's like me. You know, if it's a guy that's like, you know, he hitting me up like, yo, Jay, check so and so out. I'm like, well, I know my partner. You know, his shit cold, so let me check dude out. Right. Like. And you're right. It's crazy because it's all about who you know as well. Like, you know, you rather hear from somebody's mouth or somebody you know than like it takes a lot for somebody on Instagram to really stop and be like, oh man, no matter how much you give Instagram to sponsor your ad,
I agree.
It takes a lot for a person to really stop and want to be invested in what you're doing. And that's why it's a tricky game, man. Like we got to do more than just posting on the internet, and that's something. Myself, I have to learn. I got to get out. I got to hit up DJs, start doing this, going to events and stuff like that. Like people got, you know, flyers. I don't got none of that, you know. But you have to have it because you can't just rely on one source. You know, you just can't.
Yeah, put it in their face.
Yeah, you got to really put it in their face.
Man. Clap it up. That was a great entry, baby.
Yes, sir.
Once again, man, I go by the name of DHE, and these are my guys.
_T Hills. Follow me for more live and
I am J.Quick, man. Once again, I appreciate both of y'all. And hey, everybody, I'll be home soon. Available now. Check it out.
On every type of platform, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, Tidal, everywhere, man. Don't forget,
if
man.
you're looking for
subscribe.
motivation, you looking for something to ride to, you looking to feel good and build yourself up, build back your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Strengthen yourself, especially for all my young brothers.
Appreciate that.
Go cop this.
Yes, sir.
Real talk.
Peace.